Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fridge Podcast, where all your gaming news is kept tight, cold, and fresh. I'm one half of a host, Zach, aka Pygod13, and this is
Lucas, the other half.
We have today with us our special guest who is laughing at our intro, Alex.
How's it going?
It's so funny.
I wasn't prepared for this. I was not ready.
It has been it has been some time since we have done the Fridge Podcast, but we are back. The hiatus is done. I said it was a short one, but it turned out to be a really long one.
Hiatus?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What?
You said hiatus.
Whatever. We're going to kick things off. We're going to talk about and react to the trailers of the games that are coming out. Are you kidding me right now?
Pygod 13 is live.
Oh, hey.
At least he gets the notifications. But we're going to react to the launch or announcement trailers of the games that are coming out within the next 2 weeks. So the first one, I've ordered them from coming out words are failing me right now. Ones that are coming out soonest to the ones that are coming out closer to the 2-week mark.
Sequentially.
Sequentially. There we go. See, this is why we have him on today. Not really. We have him on to talk about his top 10 games. But we'll get there. The first one is Destiny 2 Shadowkeep. So obviously we all know Destiny 2.
Nobody likes Destiny 2.
Nobody
Nobody plays it anymore.
Nobody liked Destiny 2. I'm not seeing anything on here so far.
Spooky. Ooh, look, Obelisk.
So hey, another raid.
Shadowkeep.
Oh, look, there's another raid in
Yeah.
Destiny 2.
So yeah, Shadowkeep is just a DLC that's coming out October 4th. So if you are one of the people that play Destiny 2, good on ya, I guess. I mean, I'm sure there's still someone out there. Light up the moon, guys.
Look at that. He set up a flare. That's so interesting.
You know, I'm sure more people play the ET game than play Destiny 2.
The Atari ET game?
Yeah.
The one that's buried in the desert?
Yep.
Yeah.
So based off of that short little bit, would you buy this?
No, not at all.
Would you buy this?
No.
Fuck no.
I also wouldn't even buy Destiny 2. So,
Fair.
I mean...
Also coming out, I believe October
What?
4th is Ghostbusters.
Dan Aykroyd!
The video game
Harold Ramis!
remastered.
What is
Because
this?
out of all games that need to be remastered, I
Bill
chose
Murray.
Ghostbusters,
Bill
and they
Murray.
listened. Yes, I'm the one person that asked for this. Not really. I didn't even play the original. Why
I think this was
remaster?
for like the PS2.
It was for something, and if I recall correctly, it didn't go over well.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh god,
Who the fuck is that? Who was that? Why was? Who's that? Who's that
I
in the
don't know.
corner?
What?
I don't know.
Who's that?
Did they not get the likeness permissions?
For that one
the
one
black
guy
guy?
that I
Yeah.
don't remember the name of.
I don't know.
Oh,
What-
whoa!
what
Why
was-
was he dancing?
Jazz hands, man.
There you go. Yeah, so they starring Bill Murray. Here we
Billithan
go.
Murray. Yep.
Dan
Jonathan
Aykroyd. Harold Ramis.
Harold Ramis.
Ernie Hudson.
Oh, okay, there he is. Why wasn't
What?
he in the shot
Where was the
earlier?
other guy?
Also, PS4
Okay,
exclusive,
sure.
apparently.
Solid. Would you buy that?
No.
Would you buy that?
No.
No.
Nope.
No, I would not buy that.
We also have Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
I've heard good things about this.
You know, I can't get behind a Tom Clancy. I haven't had any fun in any Tom Clancy game I've ever played.
Wildlands was actually pretty fun, but only if you had like 2 other people to play with.
I can't even. I love watching people play video games. I can't even watch Wild. It just looks so boring to me.
I really enjoyed Rainbow Six.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll take that back. Rainbow Six Days was okay.
And Siege is always fun.
That's technically Rainbow Six.
Yep. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's Rainbow Six
Rainbow
Siege.
Six.
I always
Okay.
forget Siege is a
Is it Tom Clancy thing?
Tom Clancy.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played Siege.
It's
think it's
fun.
really good.
It's fun. It's a lot like Overwatch in it that you need to have a good team,
Oh,
and if you
I have a blast watching Achievement Hunter play it.
Yeah.
but I've never got knifed.
that rope. Look at that.
Oh man. Look at that strangulation.
$10. His name is Ghost,
Oh,
or like
okay.
Viper.
Based off of that 1 minute, would you buy it?
It depends. If it requires the 4-player co-op like Wildlands did, then I'm not gonna get it because the game is incredibly boring when it's just one player. Maybe.
As a
Maybe.
single player person, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Like I love single player games. I will play some multiplayer, but I love single player.
I need to see gameplay.
Yeah,
see gameplay.
just a cinematic trailer is not gonna do it.
I know, and but that's why I thought like this would be fun, just based off the announcement trailers or whatnot.
And
I'm
you know,
probably not
Ubisoft
gonna
has a
Ubisoft.
pretty spotty track record when it comes
Yeah.
to releasing games.
We're actually going to
Yeah.
talk about Ubisoft a little bit later on. But let's move on to the Alliance Alive,
Ooh,
another
for the
Switch.
remaster.
I've never heard of this game either, but apparently it
Looks
got
like
remastered.
looks like Ni no Kune, first of all.
Looks like weeb shit.
Yep. Oh, you mean Ruby? Looks like Ruby.
Hey, I'm all about my weeb shit. I didn't say it was a bad thing. The land is divided by the dark current.
Oh, not the dark.
Oh.
current.
Oh, no.
Oh damn!
Not the dark.
We're getting
current.
real up in here. Yeah. The last remaining humans are ruled by daemons.
It's just demons.
No,
No,
there's
it's,
an A in
it's
there.
Daemons. Man.
Daemons. Yo, them daemons, yo.
In order to take back their world.
Oh wow, this is weeb shit. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Wait, hold on. Is that Cloud? What? They must form an alliance. Is an alliance alive?
Alliance of humans? Ugh.
The alliance is
Alive.
Yeah.
Hey, get it.
Okay.
Yep.
Buying it?
No. I don't
You
wanna
buying
use
it?
Can we talk about how the guy in the top left corner looks like the main guy from Fire Emblem Awakening?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's one weeb shit that I'm not getting into. Concrete Genie.
Okay.
This is
Pixel
their
Plus,
story trailer.
okay.
It's for the PS4.
E10.
It's E10
So
enough, so
no-
therefore
no-
it's probably gonna be lame.
Ooh.
That looks.
Ooh, that
good.
looks interesting.
Yeah, no. All right, here we have our punk kid,
Interesting art style
Who
with a
looks
band-aid
like
on
a
his face.
40-year-old. What?
Oh god,
I'm
that,
hit
that
because
lip
I wear a
animation.
beanie. Look at that Daemon.
Oh, kid
What
getting
is with her
bullied.
hair?
Why
Why does
is
her
it
hair?
sideways?
Why is it
Why is
three
it
prongs
sideways?
that go sideways?
What the mouth? What is-
It's
His
the unit.
his coat does not. His coat hat does not conform to his face.
Hold
It
on,
moves
hold on,
separately.
Hold on. This is a bit of an inside joke. Okay, but here we probably have the dropper. We have the bitten back there.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We've got the unit.
Oh, you.
and then it's DT Kid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not my drawings.
And then
Oh,
and
okay.
then the kid in the beanie is just Lucas.
You find daemons
Okay.
to be
Can't
your
find any
friend.
friends. He
Oh,
might have to make. Oh, this is drawn to life.
this is just such a ripoff of that Mickey Mouse game for like the Wii.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
What was it called? You just had a giant paintbrush and you were Mickey
yeah,
Mouse.
yeah, or Oswald the Rabbit in the second one.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't remember.
Okay,
what
what
you're
is
talking
with those facial animations?
about. It's pretty. Like the environment and the colors are pretty for sure. But I don't. What is the point of the game? Just
Ooh,
paint?
it's got like that Sunset Overdrive open world maneuvering.
Paint
Interesting.
the walls. Sure.
It's about creativity,
Just
Zachary.
paint. Okay. Would you buy this weird game? Would you buy it?
Nah, it looks kind of weird.
Yeah,
Also,
I think
Epic
I'm-
Mickey.
Epic Mickey, thank you. That's exactly what
I think
it
I'll
was.
pass on it too.
It just looks like Epic Mickey, but
Yeah.
like real world.
This is a gameplay trailer for Indivisible. 505 Games. Lab Zero.
Never heard of them.
I haven't heard of either one of
Oh god, more anime.
them.
Whoa,
damn.
you just exploded!
Dancing Darkness returning to Loga. Holy crap. Our only hope, a daughter's justice. What?
City Ninjas.
I don't know, I'm getting very One Piece vibe here.
Singes.
Oh,
turn-based
turn-based.
RPG. Okay, okay, sure.
Oh,
Maybe.
furry.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on,
magic.
Hold on.
Magic furry.
She goes into a Pokeball. That's what's happening there.
Ah, yeah. Oh, the pink goo. Look at that 2,914 damage.
Wow.
I wish I had a reference for how much damage that was.
Right? We're doing 319,
Oh, man.
775. What is going
Not
on?
gonna lie, I couldn't be more disinterested in what this is.
Yeah. Hmm.
Was that
Over
Shovel Knight?
20 player.
Was that Shovel Knight?
What? No.
No, look, she points her spear down and bounces
Oh.
off of it. That's a Shovel Knight thing.
I'm still waiting for the last expansion for Shovel Knight to come out.
Oh yeah.
No, I played all the others. Beat all the others. Painstakingly. On stream.
Got the hit counter like a fighting game.
Like
for
it
some
actually
reason.
matters.
She's
Hold on.
evolving.
If I hit B and Y at the same time, will I do an execute?
Question.
I've been playing a lot of Shadow of Mordor.
Or insert Rockstar or insert Rocksteady beat 'em up game.
You buying it?
No,
No.
Nah.
it's a lot of weeb shit
Is it-
you've picked for us.
I just look. These are just the games coming out within the next 2 weeks. I did not pick
Oh
it.
god.
I see one that I'm excited for. That's
Trine
next up.
4?
Shrine 4. We still have to play all 3 of them on stream.
I've never heard of
Then-
what I've never heard of Trine. What
Oh,
is
they're
it?
so good.
After playing Trine 3, I don't.
Tell you what, they're bringing Trine 3 back. 2.5D.
That's a hedgehog.
2.5D, baby. So Trine is an action platform puzzle game where
Is it 2D like on a 2D plane?
the first 2 are, and then they
Okay,
Yeah.
this I do recognize.
the third one became a 2.5.
Which
so
it
like
made it,
slight depth to it, or
yeah, it
yeah.
made it so hard to
Made it hard
find
for
the,
you. I don't know what
find
you're
the right
talking about.
plane to attack enemies.
Hmm.
It's like, you ever played Castle Crashers?
Yes.
It's like that.
Oh,
kind
so
of thing.
like a kind of slanted,
Yeah,
where you kind of can go up and down.
but one of the problems I had with really hard to find the right plane.
Yeah, because it's 2D models on a.
I never had that problem. Because I
Yeah,
mean,
'cause
It's
I was
weird. It just
carrying
takes.
you.
It just takes.
No.
It just takes
No.
adjusting to it.
it's wrong. Well, I grew up playing Double Dragon.
Hmm.
And so I grew up with that since I was young, finding the right plane to attack enemies on, and
The Nightmare Prince.
so I've never had that problem.
A lot of PS4 games.
Yo, there's an Ultimate Collection.
a lot
We
of
can get all 4
PS4
of
games.
them.
My goodness.
So long as Trine 4 comes out on PC, I'm fine. You buying it?
Yeah, maybe.
I totally am. I'm absolutely getting it, and I will play all 4 of them on stream.
This one, I'm excited for.
Ukulele
Me
and
too.
the
I
I
Impossible.
love Ukulele. Man.
I haven't played the first one.
It's so
I
fun.
really want
It's
to.
so much
My
fun.
problem is, I don't
Platonic.
have the technology to do so.
That's right. You don't have a Switch.
It's also on PC.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
You
cool.
can get it on PC.
I do have the technology.
It's
to do
great.
so. I just need to get
Did
it.
you ever play Banjo Kazooie?
I did.
It's very, very
I
similar.
enjoyed Banjo and Kazooie.
Oh, by just the art style
Oh
of
yeah,
the
no,
ukulele.
for sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I love it.
However, this one is more reminiscent of a Donkey Kong game because it's all 2D.
I was gonna say like Rayman Raving Rabbits.
Or that, yeah. I guess some of it is a 3D
Mhm.
overworld, but
Yeah, it goes back and forth. It's really cool.
they took away it's. I love what they're doing with the series, which is just like being very reminiscent of the old games that we all grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
The first one being Banjo, and Kazooie, this one being more of a Rayman, Donkey Kong sort of
Mhm.
style.
I'm branching out with it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with the rest of the after this. But no, this is one of the first one is one that I have wanted to play for a while.
Wait, back that up a second. Grant Kirkhope. That's the guy that did. He did Banjo Kazooie music.
Nice.
Nice.
Loved Grant Kirkhope.
I probably already know the answer. You buying it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's already on my wish list.
Perfect. I might buy it as well.
It's fun.
dependent. And the last one coming out.
That makes me really want another Snake Pass game.
Oh yeah,
Have you ever
dude.
played that?
I
not
have
this.
played it.
It's
Oh, Grid. This is just a
Yeah.
racing game.
Grid.
Racing games suck. I'm just gonna put that out right now. Except for Mario Kart.
No, I was gonna say.
Need for Speed Most Wanted.
No, not that either.
The first
Eh,
one.
I
No.
enjoyed Burnout. Burnout was fun.
Burnout?
What's
Any
the
game
one
I
where
can
it's like
fuck with my
really
opponents?
cinematic and beautiful, and I can't remember the name of it though.
Forza?
It might be Forza Horizon. That's what
Okay.
it was.
No, any game where I can fuck with my opponent and take him out and throw shit at him, I'm all for. But just regular racing games,
Yeah.
There's that weird ramp up where it's like you always start with the slowest car, and then you have to keep winning races and races, and they just keep getting harder and harder.
No. With at least Need for Speed, you start with the highest car, and then get knocked back to the
Well, that's
lowest
because
car.
you get caught by like the cops,
Yeah,
right?
Right.
yeah.
You have to have that hero's tale of
13.
of falling
Oh,
and climbing
13,
back up.
9. Not, yeah, I see. That's the.
Although the website that I saw had it put on, it was being released on the 11th, which is why it's on this list, because in 2 weeks is 12th.
Yeah.
What else? Are you buying it?
Nah.
You buying it?
No.
Right. Before we get into what's on screen here, gonna do that. Cool. Yeah, let's stare at that. Alex, let's talk about your number 10.
Oh man, I'm going down from the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta start at your least favorite on your favorite list to the
Okay.
most favorite on your favorite
Okay,
list.
well, it took me a while to come up with this list. I thought really long and hard about it, and I
like
prepared weeks ahead of time.
10 to 15 minutes
And
upon arrival.
you know, let's give it like 7, maybe 8 minutes. So at 10, I have Horizon Zero Dawn, because I think the story of that is incredible.
Okay.
Stick of Truth, South Park.
Hold on.
Oh man,
Yeah, I'm talking about number 10.
that is number 10.
Yeah.
But
So
why?
Horizon Zero Dawn. Why? What's
Because the story is absolutely incredible.
okay? Just the story.
The story is incredible. The mechanics are incredibly interesting.
I have not played Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh,
I've seen
goodness,
it
dude.
played.
It's
I've
it's
actually
great.
watched a whole walkthrough, and I agree. The story it's a very good story.
Mm-hmm.
The gameplay looked a bit repetitive.
No, not at all.
No?
Not even a little bit. Because even if you're looking at like the different animals that you can fight in the game, they ramp up a lot. They go from like, you know, there's just these little creeper watcher guys that have the one eye, and you can take them out pretty easily. And you get up to like giant sawtooth creatures that are like, you know, 5 stories high. It's wonderful.
Okay.
And there's enough weapons and different things that you can get in the game and keep constantly upgrading armor and stuff like that, where it doesn't get boring at all.
Solid. One thing I will say about watching it is that game looks beautiful.
It is beautiful. The set pieces in that game are fantastic.
Excuse me. Cool. All right, number 9.
South Park Stick of Truth, a recent game that I played. And
Yeah.
I think it is maybe the best thing
Aren't
ever.
you happy we convinced you to buy
Oh
it?
my god, it's so funny. It's so dark and so my kind of humor. It's so funny.
I've got to say, watching you play that is one of my favorite things.
So funny. I love that game so much.
Alex, have you ever actually watched South Park, or is that?
No, I've
first
never
bit?
watched South Park, but fortunately I watched it with a friend who knew a lot of South Park references, so he got to clue me in. But
Okay.
yeah, but I thought it was so funny.
I'm with you there. I'm currently playing through both of them. I've seen a full walkthrough of
Fractured Butthole is not good. Stick of Truth is so much better.
Fractured Butthole is okay. I will agree. Stick of Truth is better. But I've never seen an episode of South Park, but I enjoy the games.
Fractured Butthole focuses more on the specific gameplay mechanics of the superheroes. Stick of Truth doesn't. It just has a very, very simple, and it focuses more on the story and the interactions between the characters, and it's hilarious, and I love it.
No, the story is great. And I love the way they represent Canadians.
Yeah, boy, do I not.
That's just their whole head flapping is just how I imagine you talking every time.
I will say that's the one thing that the second game does better, is that you actually go into Canada in the second game, and you get to meet the Prince of Alberta.
You go into Canada in the first one,
Yes, but barely.
and it's all
Yeah.
as you
There's
Canadians-
nothing that makes me more
as
proud
you
to be
Canadians
Canadian.
truly are.
Yeah.
All right, number 3.
No,
Or
you mean number 8?
Number 8.
Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
I think that I've played that game just so many times. I think the story is surprisingly good for what they were going for after the first game, because the first game had like no story at all.
Yeah.
I think the mechanics of like the gun looting it's a loot and shoot, which is like, you know, there was no loot and shoot sort of genre, and then they made it like that, and I think that's wonderful. I think a lot of the little story bits here and there are just great. Like the whole point where you're like, you go through the entire game, you're like 10 hours into the game, you just get to a point where the main villain just goes, "Hey, you want to jump off that bridge? I'll pay you to kill yourself." Then you can do it, and he's like, "All right, cool, here's your money," and that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole game. It's wonderful.
Or you know, the guy that just wants you to shoot in the face.
Yeah, just shoot me in the face. It's great.
I have 2 things for you. One is a quandary. You said loot and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Would it not be shoot and loot? Don't you have to do the shooting before you can do the looting?
You know, you got me there.
Number 2 is if this is number 8 on your list, why the fuck are you playing with it while I stream?
Cause my laptop is garbage, and I'm busy. A lot.
All I hear is
It's because they are. That's kind of what I just did. There are excuses.
Yep.
All right.
All right, before we hop into number 7, Lucas, your first piece of news.
Yeah,
Pull that
yeah,
up.
Lucas. What's your first piece of news?
Which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's do this one.
All right, cool.
News came from The Verge. Logitech is buying Streamlabs for $89 million.
For those of you that don't know, I'm currently using Streamlabs to, well, stream. Streamlabs OBS specifically. Streamlabs is a company, and they make it possible for people to do this. And what that means is that Logitech will be owning Streamlabs, and I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, is Logitech even a relevant company right now in the tech industry?
It's
As soon
decently
as
relevant.
they buy Streamlabs, they will become more relevant.
Absolutely.
Also, keep in mind that Streamlabs OBS is separate from regular OBS.
Correct.
Regular OBS is still doing their thing.
Yes, I could go back to OBS if Streamlabs OBS turns into absolute crap tier. However, that would make things harder to do. Streamlabs OBS has everything already in play, already set up to where all my widgets, all my the event list, the boss health, the
Donations.
donations, bits, it all
Donate, by the way.
What? Are you plugging my it's all integrated into Streamlabs. OBS I have to go and I have to set it up individually. And then I've also when I was determining whether I wanted to do regular OBS or Streamlabs OBS, the main factor was that regular OBS had a lot of complications for me in terms of actually trying to get my stream going. There was a lot of crashes, there was a lot of just drop frames. It had a lot of issues within the system itself, and so that's why I switched over to Streamlabs OBS. And so I don't know whether this is a good thing. I don't know if it's going to affect my streaming. With Logitech buying it, so long as I don't touch it and just kind of let it do its thing, that's fine. But Logitech I don't have much experience with
If
Logitech.
Logitech is smart, they won't do anything with it.
You are using Logitech gear right now. Logitech owns Blue.
They do.
They do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
I was unaware of that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Logitech doesn't really make a whole lot of their own tech at this point. They've just
Also,
they slap their brand on like mice and keyboards and headsets,
I feel really dumb right now because whenever
and
I talk
your
to the
webcam
camera,
as well. Yeah.
it's right there. It's a Logitech
It's
camera.
literally right there.
But again, I don't think Logitech is very relevant right now.
But
so
again,
I think
so we can tell that their hardware is good.
How do they do with software?
How do they do with software?
That's
It's
pretty
to be
much
determined.
if they're smart, they won't touch it at all. They'll
Correct.
just own it and take the profits from it.
Correct. Kind of like Disney with Marvel.
Disney's gonna own the world one day.
Also,
Yeah.
keep in mind that this is going in direct opposition to Twitch, which released its own broadcasting software, Twitch Studio, last month.
I have not checked that out
Twitch
yet,
Studio.
and
Studio.
I'm not gonna check it out.
Twitch is a dying platform. It's dying.
But we can keep it
Just
alive as long as possible.
Pull a ninja and just go over to Mixer.
If anything, I'll go to YouTube.
You're gonna get Zach banned. Anyone who brings that up gets banned.
Oh no.
Hashtag don't ban me, bro. Yeah, so possible more news on that in the future as Logitech fully acquires the rights and does or does not do things with it. We shall see. Number 6. No, number 7.
Oh, back to me.
Yep.
A recent one that I recently discovered because PlayStation Plus was having it for free. Detroit Become Human.
Talking simulator.
Yes,
Yes.
it's a movie. You're watching a movie every now and then. You'll make a decision.
Yeah.
But I think it is beautiful and wonderful, and it talks a lot about quality.
Okay.
And I teared up a couple of times. And I think it's wonderful.
Right. So it being a movie, the story has to be good.
David
right?
Cage. David Cage makes absolutely incredible movies.
Okay, but the story is good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Um,
It's
Dives
incredible.
into what it means to be human.
Mhm,
and I actually have not seen a single thing about the game.
Oh man, dude, it's so
You're missing
good.
out.
It's really good.
Am I?
Yeah.
Is
you
it-
follow
is it-
you
it's
follow
really good.
you follow three main characters. One of which who is an investigator for this company that makes a bunch of androids. One of which is a maid or a house android that breaks free from her programming and runs away, and another one who basically leads this uprising, this android revolution against society that they really good.
Interesting.
Kind of Black Mirror vibes.
Yeah.
A bit.
It's very
Ooh,
interesting.
I enjoy Black Mirror.
It's in a world where androids are basically exactly like humans, except they're
They're
robots.
programmed.
Yeah.
Kind of cyberpunk-ish.
hmm
Okay.
They aren't
Sorry,
supposed to.
Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner. They
I
aren't
know-
supposed to be able to feel feelings,
seen
but there's
Blade
this
Runner.
glitch that keeps going around that makes them feel.
I have not
The
seen the
equivalent.
original Blade Runner.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
I went and watched the remake with what's his face,
2049. That's
Okay.
not a remake. That's a
or
sequel
the sequel
with
what's his
Ryan
face.
Gosling.
Yeah, that's his name. I mean, and Harrison Ford. Briefly. But
That's a spoiler. That's a big spoiler.
when did that movie come out?
Like 2 years ago.
You should have seen it by now. I did not enjoy it. I almost fell asleep several times.
Slow, isn't it? It's slow.
It's very
Yeah.
slow. It's
That is how the original is. It's incredibly slow. If you want to watch the better version, watch the final cut that came out in 2007, which was Ridley Scott's.
That's what I've heard.
final cut.
That's
Yeah.
what I've heard.
That's the
Yeah.
better version.
Um,
There's no stupid. At certain points in the first movie, Harrison Ford like has these narration bits where he goes.
Yeah, they explain exactly what he did.
It's so stupid.
Like the scene that you just saw.
He just
He,
goes.
he
But
narrates it.
that's
I'm looking for the replicants.
that's for the cut where people fell asleep. That's
No,
why-
for
no,
them.
man, it makes it so much
Watch
more
watch
boring.
the final cut. It's better.
I know, but they can wake up, and if they wake up at the moment where he's narrating it, they're like, "Oh, that's what I missed." Okay,
Oh, fair.
and they're
Yeah.
good to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the whole point of the two movies, why they're so slow, is just they want you to really focus on the scenery and the
world.
settings and the
Oh,
world.
the scenery in the world was beautiful.
That's how it is.
It
in
was a very
2049. Oh my
visually
gosh.
pleasing movie. Just so boring.
Yeah, it was very boring.
Hey, and also Adam Savage is in the second one.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He plays like
a
the
trash
like,
bandit.
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Trash man. I'm the trash man. Throw trash at people.
Let's talk more gaming news.
So Discord gave up on their subscription service.
Good, because nobody paid for
Discord Nitro.
it. Was that Nitro? Yeah, I was gonna
Yep. Because no one was paying for it.
say. I get wow, shocker.
This is $9.99 per month, or $99 annually, to get a suite of games. And yeah, apparently couple people paid for Twitch Nitro, but didn't actually play the games.
Did they even have good games on there?
No.
They had a few,
No.
Hollow Knight,
Yeah.
and more indie stuff, but
See, that's why
Yeah.
no one played the games.
because they already have them.
Like Twitch,
Hollow Knight's great. Play
Twitch.
Hollow Knight.
Twitch Prime gives you games for free,
Yeah,
but
and then
and I get them, but they're all like indie games that I've never heard of. So I haven't
Mhm.
played them.
there's a couple good ones on Twitch, but
Fading Souls, Crossing Souls.
Titan Souls.
Oh, that one. But there's another one.
Dark Souls.
Did you see that I beat Soul Cinder?
Good for you.
I just have to kill Gale, and
Madeir.
Slave Knight Gale and Dark
Yeah.
Eater Madeir.
that's gonna be a bitch.
The best bosses in that game.
But yeah,
Mhm.
honestly, I don't even remember seeing anything about Nitro.
Yeah, it didn't last very long.
It would pop up every now and then when I would open up Discord. It'd be like, "Hey, Nitro, you can get it," and I'd be like, "Wow, this is garbage."
Let me go to my messages and my my servers,
And then just yeah,
yeah.
well, because they had a little thing whenever you were on a server. I'm pretty sure where it would be like, special Nitro users get this option for their server. Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
for subscription services for games, there's Xbox Game Pass, Uplay Plus, Origin Access, and then a suite of others.
PS Plus, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's plenty, and I think
Which-
Discord was smart to cancel it because stay in your lane. You're a chat service.
In your lane, bro.
That's what you are, and that's what you do well. That's why people use you. Don't try to branch out too far.
I will say, PS Plus is this one that I have the most experience with. It is okay, though. You are streaming the game, so there's a lot of drops in quality depending on how good your internet connection is. So it's kind of It's got some good games on it.
Yeah. To be fair, they did introduce Nitro when they introduced their buy games from them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a logical next step.
Sure.
To be like, hey, get these free games, but it didn't quite work.
I don't even know why they started selling games. Like I said, you do one thing and you do it well. I get the want for branching out. I get the want to.
If you stay stagnant in this industry, you die.
But focus on developing better. I mean, you're already pretty much top of the line for chat services, but
100%.
Focus on making that better, just innovate that. Have plenty of people innovating the game industry. Innovate the chat industry. Also, cell phone companies. Why the hell do calls still suck? Say that.
It's all a scam. Literally everything in this world is a scam.
Fair. Is that the last of yours?
No, I have one.
You got one more?
Oh boy.
I'm so let's get Mimi in this.
Oh, meme time.
Cyberpunk
It's the worst news of
2077.
all.
CD Projekt Red confirmed that Keanu Reeves will not be a romanceable option in that game.
I just want to fuck Keanu Reeves. Is that so bad?
I saw a meme that was like modding community. I recognize that the council has made a decision, but given that it's a stupid decision, I am electing to ignore it.
Yeah, glad I play on PC, so I
You
can
just mod it in. Mod it in. That's all you need.
Uh,
I am so wary about Cyberpunk 2077 because the hype that it got from I think E3 was when Keanu Reeves showed up in that trailer. They just released another one with gameplay footage, and it is pretty meh. Not gonna lie, the gameplay footage is at least, and I just don't want it to suck. I feel like it's gonna.
It's gonna be hard to reach that level of hype, but
yeah.
Well,
I appreciate
that was what happened to No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I really appreciate CD Projekt Red.
I mean,
because I haven't played a game that they've put out that has been shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still fairly excited for it because I didn't see that that E3. I didn't watch anything from E3 this year. And so I don't.
You're breathtaking.
Oh, okay. But so hype is all about what you put into it, and so I haven't put much hype into this. But I'm still excited for it because it does. From what I've seen a little bit from E3 2 years ago, and it does look like a good game. I just haven't seen anything else from it, and so and that's generally how I look at games. Is okay, that looks cool. I'm probably gonna avoid trailers and whatnot from now on, not to get myself hyped up.
Yeah.
Except for I'm probably gonna break that rule for Elder Scrolls 6.
You know it's based off of a board game?
It did.
Yeah. 2020 like a tabletop RPG game.
Yep.
It's weird. It's really weird.
Number 6.
Number 6 on my list is gonna be Rocket League.
How many hours have you sunk into
700. 700 hours. I just counted it the other day.
Why Rocket League? Does it have a good story?
So good. It's so much fun. And I enjoy it so much. You'll understand why, because I have something later on my list that is like...
I have played Rocket League as many times as I can count on one hand.
That is my game. Rocket League is my go-to game, and where I can just sit, play it for a while, have something running in the background on my computer or something like that, like any podcast or like show that I just want to watch. I can just do that because it doesn't take a whole lot of thinking to play Rocket League. It's great.
I will admit I enjoyed it. I would put it nowhere near my top 10, but
also it's like 100% skill based, and I love that.
It's difficult.
It is difficult, but you put 700 hours into it, it becomes fun.
Get good, man.
Get good. The eternal dilemma.
No, I mean it's a good game. It's a fun game. Car customization, sure, why not? But who doesn't want to hit a big giant soccer ball with an RC car?
I
No
sure
one.
don't.
No?
I sure
Wait.
don't not want to. You said who doesn't want to, and it's like I don't. I don't not want to.
Number 5.
Number 5, Stardew Valley. It's Minecraft, but better.
I disagree, but it's in my wheelhouse.
I love Stardew Valley. That
Me
is
too.
like, love that game so much. It is resource management. It is crafting. It is selling. It is adventure. It is nice and peaceful. It is romancing options. You can marry somebody. It's great. You're shaking your head.
It just looks so boring.
It's not, dude. Have you ever actually played the game?
No.
Dude.
It's a really chill game if you are in the mindset of
Wanting to
being
hang out,
like
have a
wanting
farm.
to do something
Mhm.
quickly. That's not your game.
Yo, yeah, you have to wait a long time
No,
to do
that's
almost
fine.
anything
It
in that
just
game.
looks boring. Tell you what,
It's not boring.
when I get a Switch, play Stardew Valley.
Do it. It's great. I love Stardew Valley.
No idea when I'm getting a Switch. Hopefully when I get a job.
Also, I've gotten into trying to speedrun that game,
Oh boy.
and also
How on earth?
Marisha
Yeah.
has gotten into trying to speedrun that game.
Oh my.
Like get to the bottom of the skull caverns as soon as
Oh,
possible.
as soon as quickly.
You
Yeah.
just told me it's a game where you have to wait to do stuff. How do you speedrun that?
That's what I just said. I was
I'll-
like, I don't know how you do that.
I'm gonna go
I'll-
speedrun Farming Simulator. Give me a second.
Well, because you can go to bed at any
Yeah,
time
it's-
and you can speedrun to the next day.
It's daily optimization and
Like
getting
you can.
shit that you need as quickly as possible.
A lot of the times, what happens in the game, because you have an energy bar, you go out, you water your entire field of crops, you're out of energy, so you might as well just go to bed that day. So it's like you wake up at 6 a.m. every morning, you go to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then you just wake up at 6 a.m. the next day. And that's a.m. You can just do that every single day.
Yeah.
It's great.
And also, I
Just shake
would like
your
to
head.
correct. I said getting to the bottom of the skull caverns. Technically not bottom, but you know, getting to that area.
I don't know.
Getting
I
to
don't.
getting to floor 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. I have no idea.
Skull caverns are pretty much bottomless.
All right, now I know.
I don't know
Anyway,
if there's an actual maximum, but
let's
I don't
talk about
You get to 100, you do the thing. You
Yeah.
get the thing.
Let's talk about Masters of Doom. No, not the book. I'm talking about the upcoming drama, or the upcoming docudrama, as they call it, about the people that made the classic game Doom.
id Software.
id Software.
John Romero and John Carmack. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
The only reason I'm bringing this up is because I was reading this article and it was interesting me the fact that in the docudrama they are setting it in Dallas Fort Worth. For those of you that know id Software, they weren't made there. They were made and based in Mesquite. Now that might be just a small little change considering Mesquite is just east of Dallas, but it starts, it's still a change in gaming history. The location change and not a big, change of, well, this person actually helped, but we're not saying that they did. But it's still a change. And so my quandary is, will this lead to more change? More changing in different gaming history? And if it does, why? Are you reading the...
I am reading this article. It's very interesting.
It is.
An obscure corner of America. Yeah. Suburb of Dallas is an obscure corner of America. Dallas is not.
No. And that's what the article says too. They're
Huh.
like, we doubt anyone's going to believe that Dallas Fort Worth was
It's like
obscure.
is this like a live action movie of it, or
So no, it's a series.
Yeah, well,
like a
yeah.
TV show?
Yeah. And
Oh,
so
like
they
a
even
straight
have
to Netflix.
yeah.
Like
So this guy
docu-series.
here is playing
John
John
Carmack.
Carmack.
Yeah. That's
This
a good
guy will
pick.
be playing Romero.
He's got the hair. That's all you need.
Yep. And then this guy here will be playing Bald Man over here, which
I don't
is
know who that is.
Tom Hall. Well, Tom Hall left the company over a difference while they were developing.
I think the most recognizable name is probably John Romero
But
And
but
also
again,
Carmack.
and Carmack.
He's
but
been
I
getting
think-
into VR a lot.
yeah,
Mhm.
he went and joined Oculus VR.
Good for him.
But so they're changing the basis of where this started. Like they're changing. I mean, that's probably like one of the only things Mesquite can really hold on to, because who the fuck's heard of Mesquite, Texas?
Many people.
I thought you mispronounced it at first, but then I looked at it and I was like, no, that's actually how that's pronounced.
Yeah. But they're changing where, honestly, a great company started, and they made fantastic games.
Yeah.
That's what I mean when I say great. Like,
They
they made fantastic games. They don't anymore. They ain't around anymore. Not really.
They're in the
Did
background.
id Software
They're in the
also
background.
do the Wolfenstein game as
Yes.
well? That's what I thought.
They did. Let's see here, maybe not. But they did Wolfenstein. They did Doom. They did their one that I can't remember.
Quake?
Yes, Quake.
It was Quake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this docudrama is changing where they started, and again, it's a slight change. Like it's just one city to the next, but it's still a change in gaming history. And so, if it starts with that, where does it stop?
Doom, Quake, Wolfenstein, pretty much any big shooter.
Did they do
They-
Myst?
franchise.
No.
They did Rage.
They did Rage.
Rage.
They're the ones that kind of started the
Oh, they started the first-person shooter genre by
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But so where does it stop with the changing of gaming history? Like as gamers, we have it's not an extensive history at all. Like we only go back
Like 30 years at the max. Yeah. 1982, Pac-Man. I mean,
and so
no, that's not the first video game. It's Pong.
and also a bit more than 30 at this point.
Yeah.
yeah.
82? Oh, like 37. Oh, yeah, 37.
Yeah, no, we're
Like,
nearing. We're
all right.
we're
But
nearing
still,
40,
Yeah.
but
I feel like that's where gaming history kind of be. Well, okay, so 75 is my guess.
Pong was
72, yeah. So like
so we're nearing 50.
almost 50.
We're nearing 50 years.
So I think with this, changing the location, they are close enough where it's okay, I guess. It is easy. If they want to actually film in Dallas, it's a lot easier to do that than.
Sure.
But as if they change anything, obviously they will know. You know,
Yeah.
they're not dead. John Romero and John
they're-
Carmack are not dead, so they will know if
There's
they've
Hall.
changed anything. They'll be quick to call them on it. I don't know, as long as they don't change. Fine.
Yeah, and also it's a docudrama.
Yeah.
So they have
There's
of
going to be manufactured
artistic license.
Yeah,
There's going to be
exactly.
manufactured drama.
I mean, there's the very public
Well-
disagreements that John Romero and John Carmack had
Yeah,
later
yeah.
in their careers, but
Well, there's also the 100% real drama of Hall leaving the company due to the dispute.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I feel like they've already had documentaries made about them. A docudrama is fine, I guess. It's not perfect, but
It's just interesting to see. Obviously, I'm being very like conspiracy theorist about, but
They're gonna change the whole thing,
right. But it's interesting to see as gaming history progresses, and as more dramas, more documentaries, more whatever are made, what will be changed and what won't.
I'm not a fan.
I don't think that this is a precursor to that.
No, and neither do I. But there will be throughout history. You know, there will be some changes here and there, and I'm interested to see what those changes will be. I'm not saying that it will completely rewrite the history.
Mhm.
Like I know I was being very, like worst case scenario with it, but it will be interesting to see what subtle changes.
I mean,
Yeah.
revisionist history has existed since, you know, as
For
long as
sure.
time has existed.
For sure, but the fact that we have such, you know, it's still a very relatively new thing in terms of time. You know, we're only nearing 50 years, and which means, you know, we're at what was that, 27 or 47?
Mhm.
So
47 years, yeah. It's
we
72.
have each been alive for, you know, we're half of it.
Half that.
We are half of gaming history, not actual history, but like we have lived for that long. We have witnessed it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we will witness it for another 70, 80 years.
Hopefully.
If you live long enough.
I'm hoping to live at least until 2100.
Okay, stop
So-
eating Taco Bell.
Never. No, I want to live past 100. That's what I want to do. A lot of people like kill me at 80, but I'm like,
Because we're in the unique situation where if we live past 100, or you guys are a little bit closer, but like if we live past 100, we can live in 3 different centuries.
exactly, and that's why I want to live past 100 because I want to be part of 3 centuries. I think that'd be cool.
I am barely part of the 1900s, but it counts.
you snuck in.
I'm close enough.
Yeah, so it's just interesting to see as the history of gaming, which we are so very much involved in, continues to grow, what parts of it will change and who will learn those changed parts and not the
Yeah, it brings up the
Some deep
the
shit we're
the
getting
problem
into.
that I have with docudramas in general, like the Queen docudrama that came out a while
The
ago.
Crown or
No.
oh no
Queen.
the
Bohemian
Queen.
Rhapsody.
oh about
Bohemian
Queen.
Rhapsody.
Oh,
Yeah.
got you.
The band.
Sorry, I
Sorry.
thought you meant like Queen
the
Elizabeth.
band. No,
The band.
Okay, I was-
Bohemian Rhapsody.
I was confused.
They dramatized their relationship with their producer heavily.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people have begun to kind of believe that was true, that they had a kind of a bad relationship when in actuality they didn't.
A lot of that is dramatized.
Yeah,
a lot of the
that's-
interpersonal stuff between the band is dramatized.
I was gonna go see it, and then I heard that a lot of it wasn't actual.
It is
what
worth going to
happened.
see just for Rami Malek's performance.
Yeah.
He won an Oscar for it. Oh my goodness.
But so I still haven't seen it yet.
But yeah, it brings up that kind of
What was-
problem.
There was another.
Is what will be rewritten for the
Yeah.
sake of entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another documentary about the music.
Rocket Man.
That one.
By Elton
Yep.
John.
How much was that one?
I didn't see it, but apparently there was a bit.
Mhm.
Elton John was directly involved with the project too, so I don't know, but I never
and
saw
that's
it.
and that's the thing. If I ever become amazing, and honestly highly doubtful, but if I ever become to the point where I am having documentaries written about me in the video game industry, like I don't want anything changed, even for like the sense of ground. Like I would not want a single thing changed. If I were to
History
get
is
to that
history,
point.
no matter how.
Exactly. And as someone who absolutely loves history and think it should be preserved no matter what, as Indiana Jones say, that thing belongs to the museum. I would want my life, my rise, my whatever to be written the way it is written and not to be changed.
I don't know if Indiana Jones is the best role model. He also had sex with a 15-year-old.
Look, I didn't say he was a role model. I was just using a quote from him.
Okay, I mean, I'm just saying.
People use quotes from
It
Hitler all the
belongs
time,
in a
and they're not saying-
museum.
They're not saying he's a role model.
Fair
Anyway,
enough.
it was just an interesting quandary that I wanted to bring up.
Deep cut there.
Um,
Oh, jeez.
Number 5.
Number
No,
5.
number 4. We already did number 5.
Yeah, number 5 was Stardew Valley. Number 4, controversial opinion, Dark Souls 2.
You didn't watch.
Oh, sorry, I'm fiddling. Dark Souls 2. Let me
Sure.
make it very clear. Dark Souls 2 is a terrible game,
But you have sunk so many
but
hours into
I
it.
have put so many hours into it that I love it.
Why?
Because the jank of Dark Souls 2 is so
Deep.
there's a lot of jank. There's a lot of jank, but I think if you look under that and you sort of look your way through it and you just play it a lot,
Mhm.
it becomes okay. I don't hate it. I like Dark Souls 2 a lot. And I put many hours into it. So
Is there anything in particular about the jank that you enjoy?
the
Is it just because of the jank that you enjoy
the
it?
quote unquote shit boxes are maybe my favorite part.
Okay.
Because at a certain point, you just get hit and you go, "What was that? Why did I get hit by that? I was behind him."
Oh god, watching Zach try and beat Zach or Dan try and beat the dragon.
Oh yeah,
the poison dragon?
Yeah, Sin, the slumbering dragon.
Probably both of us.
Yeah, and that it's I think the bosses are incredibly cool. I think that there's way too many of them, but I really like the game. It makes number 4 on my list. I just love it.
I have a response for that.
Yeah.
Are thinking about getting Dark Souls 2.
Come on.
You out there?
A good rebuttal.
Yeah. 100%.
Any of you out there are thinking about getting Dark Souls 2? Don't do it. It's a shitty game. Now, I'm not just saying this because I got my butt whooped a lot. Like, there was a lot of the time where that should not have happened. Hitboxes are off. Tracking is off. Like, enemies track you across the fucking map. Aggro is off. And most of the bosses are just copies. It's even gank fests. Like,
The game is bad, but it's got a soft spot in my heart.
So, is there anything in particular that put that game in front of Dark Souls 1 or 3?
Dark Souls 1 is fine. I unfortunately played it. I played Dark Souls 2 was my first Dark Souls game.
Okay.
I played Dark Souls 3 and then I played Dark Souls 1. So I played it much later than I played the other two. Dark Souls 1 is good. I like it a lot. But it's not by any means my favorite. And I really enjoyed Dark Souls 3, but a lot of Dark Souls 3 was just a lot of fan service to Dark Souls 1.
Okay.
And yeah, I really like Dark Souls 2.
Okay.
It is. I enjoyed it a lot. I speedran that game for a while. It's fun. I just really enjoy it, and it makes my list.
Okay. I'll let you be entitled to your own opinion.
The game is garbage, but I love it.
Number
Same
3.
as not like Rocket League. The game's not the game's not exceptional, but it's just got a soft spot in my heart.
Fair. It's fair.
Like
I have movies like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in my top 10 of Fable.
It's
So,
like
I mean,
it's
come
like
on.
it's like how people like The Room, unironically.
Mhm.
It's
I
like
did
that.
not hit her.
I did not hate her. I did not.
Okay.
What's number 3?
Number 3 is the most recent game that I played, and it jumped up to number 3 on my list. Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 1 specifically. Specifically 1.5 remix.
Okay.
Wow. That game is...
The tears of that.
That game is so good. The story is incredibly complex. The entirety of the Kingdom Hearts series is incredibly complex.
And then they
one
went and
specifically...
introduced time travel.
Yes, but one specifically is not that complex. It's a fun, lighthearted story. It's got a lot of good elements to it, and I was able to. I platinumed that game, so I got like the ultimate weapon. I farmed every item. I synthesized every item. I spent a lot of time.
The ridiculous amount of time that takes.
I spent about. Oh yeah, like I have 5 different playthroughs, 2 of which were 30 hours each. I played it on every difficulty. Once you play a game a lot, you just really start to turn into your bones, and you love it. And that's why I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. It's got a beautiful, beautiful story.
See if I can find it on here.
And if you want to grind for it, you can.
Oh, hey.
Number 1 on my list.
Yeah,
is
Kingdom Hearts, man.
Specifically number 1.
It's so
love that series. Unfortunately, I have not been able to play all of it.
I'm working my way through it right now.
Absolutely love Kingdom Hearts, and I completely agree. Number 1 is like I have the walkthrough books for 1 and 2, and number 1 is freaking blast. Like the first time I played it, I had so much fun just running around with the Disney characters.
Yeah,
and,
it's fun.
And just having a blast with it.
And it was the beginning of something absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Nobody had ever seen Final Fantasy and Disney characters together.
And not only that, but it's Final Fantasy, it's Disney, but it still maintains it.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. Specifically, why I like 1.5 Final Mix over the original is because 1.5 Final Mix is harder, and getting the ultimate weapon is harder.
The ultimate weapon.
It's great though. I did my original playthrough when I was going to farm for all the items in about 10 hours. I spent 25 extra hours just farming the items. And again,
it's difficult.
Yeah, it's fun.
Why?
It's hard. It's fun though. I enjoyed it. It was one of those things where I could just put it on. I knew the exact area and the item that I needed to go to. I could just put it on, and I could watch I could just watch Critical Role or something like that, and just do that. And it was not. It didn't take a whole lot of my brain processing power. It was fun. I loved it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's got a soft spot in my heart. Also, there's a point where you're doing the 100 Acre Woods missions, and then you do all the things, and they go, and Pooh Bear goes, "Oh, we'll be here when you get back. Thanks for helping us all together." And then and then it closes the book, and it's Sora and Pooh on the front, and then that's the keyhole. Oh my god, I was like, oh, it's so wonderful.
100 Acre Woods.
It's about friendship. It's wonderful.
It was a nice break from the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, there were still points where you had to fight Heartless, but like, it's just a nice break from the overall story to hang out in the 100 Acre Woods with these fun characters that you grew up
also,
with.
I can tell you almost anything about that game. Like, I can tell you where I can find any item. I can tell you can find every single torn page, like every summon gem. Like, I've played it too much.
Fucking Dalmatians.
I love that game. I know where almost all the Dalmatians are. I fully completed the Dalmatians in 3 different playthroughs.
Oh my god.
Because Arrow
you literally have to
because Arrow is
100
broken.
Dalmatians.
Because if you get all 100, you get the upgraded
Or I guess
version of
99.
Arrow. 99, yeah, I guess.
Because
it's 3 per and it's yeah.
Okay.
But because the upgraded version of Arrow is great. Anyway, I'm getting off track.
Okay. Number 2.
Overwatch.
Self-explanatory, really. I mean, if you don't like Overwatch, you're lame. Delta, I'm calling on you.
I put 500-600 hours into the Overwatch, and I bought 4 different copies of it.
Fucking what?
Yeah, I bought 4 copies of Overwatch.
Okay, so PlayStation,
PC, Xbox, and I just pre-ordered the Switch version.
Did you know the Legendary Edition's coming out soon?
What is that? What's the Legendary Edition?
I don't know, but it was on a list while I was looking at what games are coming out with the next 2 weeks.
Oh, it just comes in. Oh, I think it's similar to the Origins Edition, which is just you get a certain number of skins. Like you get Blackwatch Reyes and.
Oh, so the thing that you could get on PC?
Skins.
Oh,
5 epic legendary and origin skins. Yeah, it's just specific origin skins.
Okay.
That were associated with,
as well as things for other
game
Blizzard games.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get a couple other things here and there. Yeah, I've put too many hours in Overwatch, and that game frustrates me a lot of the time.
It does,
but I love
fun.
it.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Overwatch
It's number 2.
Delta, you're wrong.
Yep.
Before we move on to your number 1,
mm-hmm.
we'll save that little teaser.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Ubisoft. I mentioned to them earlier that we would talk about them.
Ubisoft.
They're doing some cool things, in my opinion. So, as you can see from the headline, Ubisoft put an official video game design course inside a video game. So, it's only available to select universities for students, but if you are a student in one of those universities, congratulations. You can now play a video game to learn how to play a video game, or to make a video game, I should say. And it's called the Game Creators Odyssey. And you go from sort of task to task, point to point, learning the story, and there is an actual story to this video game about Nagato, a feudal Japan era ninja. But in order to get the point to point and learn the story and unlock parts of the story, you have to complete tasks and complete basically parts of an online course for creating video games.
Of course, it's available in English and French.
Right, it's Ubisoft.
French boys.
It'll be out in spring of 2020 for those universities. But I just thought it was a really cool thing. This is not the first time that Ubisoft has used video games to teach. We'll talk more about that in a second. But just the ability to play a video game, to learn how to make a video game, was a very cool idea and thought process and execution for those students that are seeking to learn and are seeking to become better at making video games and that are wanting to get jobs in the industry. What are your takes on it? For both of you.
Well, it's Ubisoft, so I'm very trepidatious about it. Ubisoft. On the surface, it seems fine. Like a good idea. Ubisoft definitely knows how to make a video game. Whether or not it's good or bad is a different question. I mean, sure. Why not? That's my That's
take.
all
Okay,
I feel
cool.
right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Why not? I think it would be cool if they went through some of their previous games and explain some of their design choices, why they did the things that they did. Specifically, I saw one thing about Rayman, and it was talking about jumping on platforms and the timing of that. I don't know. I'm kind of the weird person that enjoys seeing the behind the scenes of like, how do you make platform feel good?
Well, I know specifically in the Rayman games, they have this mechanic where you can fall off. There's a weird timing window where you're off of a ledge when you can still hit jump, where it'll still feel fine for you to be able to jump off that ledge without falling to the ground. There's like a little bit after you fall off a ledge where you can still hit jump and get the same amount of height as if you were still on that same plane. I know that's one thing, which that's interesting, I guess, and it makes the game feel like Ubisoft.
I do want to correct something. I said it was out in 2020, spring 2020. That's Act 2. First act is already out for the students, so they're already using it. They're already learning. The second act will be developed and come out in 2020.
Okay.
Just don't.
Yeah, I don't have much faith in the company.
I just don't. Montreal is okay. Ubisoft Montreal is fine.
Yeah, and that's who's making it.
Yeah. French.
But so their other time where they have used video game for acting is with their Assassin's Creed games, Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Origins. Back in 2015.
Talking about old.
No, sorry. 2018. Did not come out that long ago.
Odyssey came out like a year.
Origins came out in 2018, and they used that, making Assassin's Creed Origins Discovery Tour, which they took out the violence, they took out the action, and they amplified the learning, where you can go to these places in Egypt and you can talk to these people in Egypt and learn more than you would in the base game. And they did that again for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So you can go and you can talk to Socrates, talk to, people anyway, you can talk to these philosophers, or you can go to the ancient places, the Parthenon, all these places, and learn the history of the Assassin's Creed games, but as they are in actual life. So obviously Assassin's Creed takes a little bit of liberty with them, but you can go and you can learn how it actually happened with these Assassin's Creed Discovery Tours, and there are several accounts of them actually working. The one that I have here is Richmond, California. A teacher at Kennedy High School is talking about it and saying that the kids absolutely love it. The kids are learning, and even some students, there's a quote, it's a lot better than a textbook, and this person has never played an SS. I gave this quote, and so they're actually using it to learn history, and the teacher has said that as he's going through and he's talking about these places, the kids recall them because they saw them game.
Wait, are you saying that the Assassin's Creed
Correct.
Not real history?
That's all you took from what I'm saying.
Wait, are you saying that Connor didn't win the American Revolutionary War?
Is that all he took from what I said there?
Saying that,
for fuck's sake, guys.
Are you saying that there wasn't Arnaud Dorian in the Parisian Revolt?
Are you saying that I didn't get in a fist fight with the Pope?
Are you saying that that's not what happened with Rodrigo Borgia?
What I'm saying is that we're seeing more and more times video games being used as tools to teach. And as we talked about earlier, video game history, this is an important part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's an important part of history.
What are your thoughts on the Assassin's Creed Discovery Tour?
Pretty good. I mean, why not? I love the settings of pretty much all those games. I also want to draw a parallel. Minecraft Education Edition does something similar with just like chemistry. It has like full periodic table where you get to break down blocks and fit into their elements. Similar.
They have to pay money for this?
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, okay, so it's just a way for Ubisoft to make money.
That's all. All right.
I
Sure.
mean, yeah.
It's like, hey, you know this game, you know this thing in this Assassin's Creed game? Yeah, this is real life. Give me $50.
But I mean, schools always try and get people into learning.
Yeah, you know, and I guess that's fine.
And I think with today's day and age, it's important to learn and identify and discover and create new ways of learning. Because I will admit, students aren't really caring about school as much as they. I think that's evident in today's society. And to make these ways with the Minecraft and the Assassin's Creed and whatever else we can do with the video games, or maybe even, hey, Netflix release it, you know, maybe you can release a show kind of like Black Mirror where people can learn about this. Who knows? I'm not talking about a reboot of Bill Nye the Science. I'm talking something where it'll draw you in. You know, Black Mirror has that great way of drawing you into the episode and just completely throwing you for a loop. Maybe if you can do something with that teaches while it goes, I don't know. But just learning ways to teach with what we have in society today with all these new advancements in technology, I think it needs to be done in order to get students back interested in school. I think it has to happen.
Sentence is students sit huddled around a computer monitor.
That is absolutely what we're doing.
100%.
Hold on.
And
Armed with the video game controller.
Armed with the controller. I'll control the X.
Here.
Headphones
Headphones are planted on top of their heads.
there. It fell. This is how you wear headphones, right?
Yep. There you go. But no, I think it has to happen if we're to see an increase in activity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think Ubisoft should be the one to do that.
If not Ubisoft,
Agreed.
then who?
Someone else, some organization that actually cares about children.
EA.
EA can. Don't
Suck
even.
a dick.
How dare you say? How dare you say that name?
We've had many
honestly,
talk about
It's like, yeah, we'll give you this lesson, but you have to, pay $10.
Pay $10 per
honestly,
word.
I feel like if any company is able to do that and has already done it, we just talked about it much. Microsoft.
Yeah,
They
that's
do
100%,
a lot.
They do a lot of outreach sort of
do
stuff.
education.
And the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation raises, millions of dollars.
They raise a lot of money for education.
But they also have
For
a lot
sure.
of straight up outreach programs.
They make it a lot cheaper for schools to get
Access
the
to laptops and
laptops
Mhm.
and also the Office suite.
programming.
So you got your Office college.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
But I mean, Microsoft has been doing that for years.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
That's
Good
why I
on
don't
them.
want Ubisoft to try and tell my kids that history's good for them. Buy our Assassin's Creed games and you'll learn about history. Please, God, buy our games.
So we're talking about, and I'm gonna take it away a little bit from video games here.
Okay.
We're talking about what video games can do for, like what the video game industry can do for schools. How can schools and how can the government work with them? So it's still, I guess I'm not taking it too far away from video games, but how on the government side, how can they help?
For educational games,
Ow.
that's pretty much all that I would be comfortable with.
Grants.
Just bit of grants and shit.
Give the money
Give the
to
money.
the schools. Let them take care of it.
Yeah.
They know what's best for their case to case. But generally, the
For the
schools
most part.
know what their student body does need. If not,
Mm.
give it to College Board. Good stuff.
College Board is good.
College Board is great.
And 10 Woodboard again. All right. Last but not least, Numero uno.
Numero uno. Oh man, it is only the best game ever. Not the best game, but it's really good. It is BioShock 1.
Good game. Good
That
game.
game.
I'm pretty sure that was on both of ours.
That game is so good. I played that first when I was like 10 or 11,
It's on your stuff.
maybe 12, and it just blew me away.
Would you kind
Would you kindly? That
Would you
whole
kindly?
plot twist.
It was
All of the stuff with Andrew Ryan, where you first had that confrontation with him, the subtle hints throughout the entire story, the mechanics of just having the plasmids and also having to be able to upgrade your guns, but only in specific stations.
Yeah.
The unique and interesting setting and characters that you find in Rapture.
I fucking loved
Like,
the
my
setting
goodness.
of like a anti-Cold War kind of like
Just like no gods, no kings, only man.
yeah.
So good.
And you mentioned the subtle hints about the whole would you kindly thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any video games nowadays can do
Can
that.
pull that off.
That
I
was
mean,
such
not
an unexpected plot twist.
not just because we're expecting it now, not just because we've learned through different games that have done it, but just because they don't take the time, they don't take the patience, they don't take they just don't, and they don't try for it. And every time they do try for it, they still don't take that time. They don't do it correctly, and it's obvious.
Also, the addition of the little power ups that you can get that completely factor into the playstyle that you want to play. You can play the game with just the wrench, and you can get like 3 or so upgrades that just the wrench deals more damage.
Yeah.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first time I played BioShock was at your house,
Mhm.
and I remember just sitting in your room on your floor, probably this far away from your TV, and the first time one of those
Splicers.
Yeah, when the
Splicers?
splicers
Oh,
came
God.
out, like I jumped.
jumped.
They're fucking
I
that like when you first leave the bathysphere
Mhm.
Yeah.
and she's like, bro, God,
like
it is-
that game is legitimate. Like it has good scares in it, and it is a height sensitive game.
And it's a setting
for
that you
sure.
would not honestly I don't think would work in any other setting other than an
Nope.
underwater metropolis.
Absolutely not. Like I still today, like I don't like Infinite at all.
BioShock Infinite?
Yeah.
It's alright.
And as I was saying, like it has those, games nowadays can't do those hints, those subtle hints with the twist at the end. Infinite couldn't.
Infinite
It tried,
doesn't do
and
that.
it
And
failed.
they do it so poorly that by the time you get to the end of the story, they're just bombarding you with information. You're like, wait, what the fuck just happened?
Like you get to the end and you
Yeah.
just don't care anymore because you've already figured it out or checked out. Like
Yeah.
even in the same series of games,
Mm-hmm.
the time was too far apart, and too many games had come out that had done these twists and whatnot that we all just kind of saw it all coming.
Man chooses, a slave obeys.
Oh,
God,
that phrase.
so good.
I don't know if it's 1 or 2, but I really enjoyed going through the like amusement park where it's explaining the history of Rapture, about how he grew up in Soviet Moscow.
I think
and,
that's 1.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain that that's
Okay.
1.
But
BioShock 2, you play as a Big Daddy. That's
Like,
fine.
that was such a good.
It was giving
was
you
an-
information about the world, but it wasn't bombarding you with it. All of the
And it was presenting it in a fun way.
and all of the tapes, you could listen to those, but
Mhm.
you don't have to. And if
Yeah.
you do listen to it, you are completely enriched for it because you get to learn about the world, what happened, how did these people become this way.
I listened to every single
Dr.
tape I came
Suchong
across.
and all that. My gosh.
But like doing a tasteful info dump
Mhm.
is really
So hard
Is
to
really
do.
Yeah.
So hard to do, and BioShock does it
they-
fantastically.
yeah.
They really managed to hit the nail on the head with just such a beautiful and groundbreaking game.
Yeah.
A good reason to have.
And then after the whole Andrew Ryan scene, you get there and you pull the thing, and then he's like, "Well done, boyo," and then he changes to the Atlas voice. It's like, oh my god, you feel so angry. You legitimately want to fucking kill this
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Though the final battle is kind of, it's okay.
It's lackluster.
It's
but-
lackluster to a game that is fantastic, but Still.
But it has such a nice.
And then also the whole
conclusion.
little sister stuff and have the 2 different endings. And if you want to harvest the atom and be greedier about it, or if you want to work out in the long run, and it's like, yeah.
Such a good game.
So many subtle choices.
It's a good
Also,
one.
the first time you see a Big Daddy and you're like, oh my god. And he drills that dude in the wall.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
That game was just the right amount of gore.
And in that same scene, he goes to the radio and go, would you kindly not go any further and do not attack that guy? It's great. It's like, oh.
It's a good number 1 to have.
Yep, it's
Well done.
yeah.
All right, and that's where we're gonna wrap it up there. I don't think we have anything else to talk about. Lucas and Alex have been touching my mousepad the entire time.
Yep. Mostly me.
Yep. They just like to touch Deadpool. Anyway, we will see you all for the Fridge podcast in 2 weeks. That's going to be October 12th. We'll see you. Well, Lucas and I will see you back. We won't be here. Oh well. Bye.
Bye.